The Hulk is often an ally of the Avengers, but for the not-so-uncommon times when the Green Giant goes rogue, a powerful piece of tech is needed to combat him. That's why the Hulkbuster armor was created as a joint effort between Tony Stark and Bruce Banner in the MCU. Fearing his own unstoppable rage, Banner assisted in creating a suit of mechanical armor that would allow the wearer to have at least an inkling of hope when standing toe-to-toe with the Hulk. In the comics, the suit was developed by Stark to stop a rampaging Hulk in World War Hulk, complete with injector needles for subduing the creature and an ample amount of artillery in case things get more violent. While the chances of stopping the Hulk, even with this armor, still remain slim, this still proves to be one of the most powerful suits in Iron Man's entire arsenal. Designed by Tony Stark, Spider-Man's Iron Spider suit gives the already powerful hero a bit more of a technological edge in his battles. Built with the most high-end nanotech and capable of reacting almost instantly to Peter Parker's thoughts, the suit served as the perfect gift after Peter was resurrected following a fatal battle with Morlun. While Spidey later abandoned the armor after siding with Captain America during the Civil War comic run, the perks to it were just too good to pass up, and Peter would later design his own version, complete with much of what made the original suit unique. From mechanical spider arms, built-in gliders, and a dense exoskeleton, the suit has proved to be as efficient as it is popular, even finding its way into the MCU, albeit with a few color palette changes. Made of pure vibranium, the suit of the Black Panther uses one of the strongest metals in the Marvel Universe to great effect. Intrinsically woven into its very fabric, the suit utilizes the vibrational qualities of the metal to absorb kinetic energy. This allows the wearer to not only sustain quite a lot of damage without being hurt, but it can also release that built-up kinetic energy in the form of a concussive blast capable of knocking enemies prone. The vibranium is also carried into the suit's signature claws, giving the wearer the ability to cut and slice through nearly any material known to man. Over time, the suit has even upgraded further to provide T'Challa with invisibility, blades, and other projectiles, making the King of Wakanda an even more fearsome hunter. Also known as Razor, the armor worn by the hero Darkhawk is actually a sentient android created by a race of extraterrestrials known as the Shi'ar. Stored inside an amulet that crashed to Earth, the suit was eventually claimed by a teenager named Christopher Powell, who utilized the suit in order to become a superhero. The suit grants the wearer superhuman strength, speed, the ability to fly through space, and practically summon any kind of weapon they could need. Not only that, but the armor also has a mind and memories of its own, which has caused some issues for the wearer as the consciousness warred for control over the host body. But when he isn't having an identity crisis, Darkhawk uses his powerful suit to fight crime, whether it be as a solo act or part of a group like the New Warriors. It can be difficult to define what Iron Man's most powerful armor is, but we're going to have to concede that the one powered by a star is definitely in the running. Also known as Iron Man Armor Model 37 and Iron Destroyer, the Bleeding Edge is one of the most advanced suits Tony Stark ever built. Composed of nanomachines, the suit resides literally inside Stark, acting as a sort of techno-symbiote that allows him to access the suit's power whenever he wishes. Such powers include the usual artillery you'd expect from an Iron Man suit, but the nanomachines also allow Stark to create nearly any kind of structure or form he can imagine. That, in addition to the aforementioned artificial star that gives the suit an insane amount of energy, it's not hard to see how the Bleeding Edge could be considered one of Stark's greatest inventions. Dr. Doom's armor has been an iconic aspect of Doom's character for decades, but not many people know where his magic armor comes from. His original armor was designed after metal dolls from his childhood and allowed him to shoot lasers from his hands, create force fields, and physically go toe-to-toe with some of Earth's most powerful heroes. But when Doom started to delve deeper into the mystic arts, he required a magical suit of armor that would not only enhance his usual abilities, but give him a whole new array of spells and cantrips. Doom would make a deal with the Hazareth 3, a trio of demons that created the magical suit he needed in exchange for the tiny price of the soul of Doom's lover. With this suit, Doom was able to conjure supernatural energies, travel through dimensions, and even negate the powers of other heroes. Mad technological genius is one thing, but adding the dark arts on top of that creates a whole different type of monster. And another instance of magic meeting technology occurred in Marvel's What If comic runs, where, in one story, Tony Stark became Sorcerer Supreme and had to do battle with Dormammu. Needing an edge on the competition, Stark enlisted the help of the Vishanti, a trio of magical, godlike beings that managed to devise an armor that was powered by the Eye of Agamotto. This opened Tony up to an entire database of spells and could even be controlled by him while he wasn't wearing it. Dormammu was eventually defeated, but unfortunately, the armor didn't make it back home with Tony. But in the event that the mainline Tony Stark becomes the real Sorcerer Supreme one day, it's safe to say he's gonna want to build a suit of armor a lot like this one. Although Apocalypse is a fearsome enough mutant on his own, the armor he dons actually manages to make him all the more menacing. The suit is of celestial origins and is made with both organic matter and technology, which has heightened Ensaba Noor's powers to unprecedented proportions. The suit more or less grants him total immortality, making it possible for him to resurrect himself no matter how destroyed his original body becomes. It also heightened his ability to manipulate the atomic structure of his own body, allowing Apocalypse to change his size and shape in any way he sees fit. Not only that, but the suit even allows him to bestow powers onto others, creating an army of super-powered followers who can make it easier than ever to ring in a new age of apocalypse. But even with how powerful the Celestials are, there's still a weapon out there that managed to put the powerful beings in their place. That would be the Godkiller armor, a huge and powerful weapon that was created by the Aspirants to battle the Celestials long ago. After succeeding in its mission, the suit was stored away for eons until a sentient robot known as 541 approached Tony Stark about becoming the armor's new pilot in order to bring true peace to Earth. But even with all of his technological genius, Tony was unable to pilot the massive machine, and so it was flung into another dimension so that its immense power wouldn't fall into the wrong hands. Tony would eventually build his own armor inspired by it called the Godkiller Armor Mark II, but it only possessed a fraction of the power that the original suit had. Still, not a bad way to spend $4 billion. It's crazy what a little cosmic radiation can do to a suit, but Peter Parker found this out firsthand in the Cosmic Spider-Man storyline. After a laboratory accident, Spidey's iconic suit was imbued with cosmic power that practically made him a god. Gifted with near invincibility, matter manipulation, and telekinesis, Peter renamed himself Captain Universe and became the one-time protector of the universe. This role didn't last too long, as a tangle with a machine known as the Tri-Sentinel took all of Peter's powers to stop, which drained him of all of his new abilities and returned him to normal, everyday Spider-Man. This may very well be the strongest Spider-Man has ever been, so good on him for staying humble after getting to play the role of a god for a little while.